Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. Hopefully, this works now. I had some issues yesterday. I hope everyone's recovered from the game yesterday, or not yesterday, Sunday. Sorry, absolute shocking performance in that second half against Arsenal. When you come on, if you can let me know if it's working okay, my stream, because obviously yesterday I was having issues. So if you can let me know, that'd be perfect. Can you hear me today? Is that okay? Can you see me? Okay, great, thanks. So my first live stream, so I hope it goes well. So obviously on Sunday, I thought the first half, I thought we played really well against Arsenal. We didn't play excellent, but we showed a lot of fight and passion in the first half. Second half, I don't know what happened. We absolutely collapsed in that second half. Arsenal are a great side. Yeah, we did, Raven. We bottled it. I mean, yeah. You got to take into consideration. Bear with a second, hot on it. You've got to take into consideration what a good side Arsenal are. I don't know why we thought we were going to get a result against Arsenal. But it is what it is. But those players out there, I just don't think are good enough. The players that we've got on injured are actually really good. But trouble is they're just not Tottenham quality, and we should not be struggling near the bottom of the league. If you're just joining, let me know if you're Spurs fans or if you support other clubs. Drop in the comments below. That'd be much appreciated. It's my first live stream, so if you've just joined, so I do apologise if I'm a bit rusty, but it's just getting hand off things. I'm getting really worried about this relegation. I think it's a real possibility that Spurs go down. I just can't see how we're going to get out of this. We don't have any fighters on our team. A lot of these clubs, like the West Hams, the Forest, the Leeds down there, they have fighters. They have people who have been involved in, or players that have been involved in relegation battles. We don't have any. These players are not set up for a relegation battle, and I think some of them think they are too big for who they actually are, like too big for their boots. I think they need the rain check. I see Van der Ven the other day, not listening to Tudor. He was the same with Frank. I start to think who these players actually think they are. You might not like the manager, but you're fighting to stay in the league. Surely you can't have a relegation on your CV. That won't look good. But yeah, drop your comments below. Let me know. Let me know your stories, Spurs fans or other fans, or how long you've been supporting this beautiful club. Yeah, the players' mentality is shocking. It's been happening the last 2 years. It's a complete mess at Spurs, and it's not just the players; it's the ownership as well. Everything about it is just absolutely shocking, and we are in a really bad predicament at the moment. I don't know where we go from here. I'm really worried that we will get relegated. I think we're the favourites to go down out of the three: West Ham, Forest, and Spurs. We're the favourites, which is bizarre considering we're ahead of them. But I just don't think the players we have are have the mentality to get us out of the situation. They're just not good enough, and it just goes to show that we should have backed Pochettino all those years ago when we had the chance. But now, obviously, look at it now. I don't really know where we go from here, really. They should have a better. Footballers in general should have a better mentality. I mean, come on, you're playing football. You're playing a fantastic. And it's people's dreams to play football, earn all that money. you should have a better mentality. And it shouldn't really care who the manager is. You should just have pride in yourself. But a lot of these players don't have pride in themselves. Don't have a lot. I think a lot of these players actually want to leave, and it'll probably be easier to leave if they're relegated if they're in the Championship. But I don't think a lot of them have relegation release clauses. So that's the issue. Yeah, like I said, West Ham, Leeds, Forest. They have players that have been there, done it down there. We don't, unfortunately. So that's my worry. West Ham have got some tough games coming up, but they also have players that have been down there and done it in the past, and they've had put in a bit of a run. And typical Spurs started off that run, didn't we? So, yeah, the thing is, in January, it was an interesting one in January because we didn't sign it. We signed Conor Gallagher and Jan Souza, and that Souza, when he came against Man United the other week, I thought he'd done all right. But that's it. I don't know what the club's doing. If they expect, we sold Johnson, and next game after, Kudus gets injured. I don't really get what's going on there. But at the end of the day, I don't really know. I don't really know what's going on. It's a bit strange one. Yeah. No, Raven, I think we're going down. I honestly think we're getting relegated this season. I'm very nervous. We're in February and we're talking about Tottenham being in the Championship, and I think if we do go down, that would be an absolute disaster. That'll probably be the biggest club to ever get relegated. I'm not saying to be big up. I'm not saying like Spurs are a massive club, but they are a big club compared to a lot of teams in that Premier League. And it would be a shock if they went down, like up with the stature of the club, but not the way they've been operated the last few years. Yeah, I've been saying that for ages. We need a striker and a left winger. Solanke, I don't mind Solanke, but I just think he's injured too much. But at the end of the day, he's just not going to get you the goals that you need. We need someone reliable. But the thing is, without Kane and Son, like you said a minute ago, without Kane and Son, those two players, I think we were just so spoiled for years having those two players. But it obviously never worked out. Obviously, Kane left for bigger and better things, and Son obviously came to the end, and we couldn't have those players forever. But unfortunately, that time's gone. We need to try and rebuild again. It's a shame, but it's the way football goes. Yeah, against Arsenal. So we were robbed actually because it doesn't take away the fact of the performance. The second half where we just collapsed, but we should never. That second goal against that's taken away from Mawani should never have been disallowed in a million years. We were robbed. Early in the season, Ekatike done that against Romero, pushed him in the back and headed it in, and the goal was given. And that I think the big decisions went against us. I noticed the referee was quite biased towards Arsenal. I'm not making excuses, but I noticed a few decisions did go their way, which is a shame. Yeah, well, Mawani's only on loan, and his attitude at time is absolutely appalling. Not good enough. He's done all right against Arsenal. He played quite well, but he's not going to get you all those goals. He's on loan, and it's no option to buy or anything. So I think he knows that, and no matter what, he won't be there next season. So I think he'll just you can tell that he's on loan with no option to buy. He's not playing for a contract, so you can tell about that. But Solanke, I actually think Solanke cares and does his best, but he's simply not good enough, and Richarlison's definitely not good enough either. Yeah, the thing is, West Ham fans would go mad if they sold Somerville. If they sold Somerville to us again, they were furious when Kudus signed for Spurs, weren't they? So I don't think that happened. And some Spurs fans were turning their nose up at Somerville, but he's actually done all right the last few weeks for West Ham. And Endrick, that's another one that's not really tested in the Premier League. Yeah, he's doing all right, but you don't know how he's going to be. And I think we need players that are used to being in the Premier League and being in this situation, aren't we? So that's the thing. Philogene. Well, maybe we need that type of level, to be honest. At the moment, we shouldn't be going for top players. We should be going for the lower ones, really. Yeah, I mean, well, the ref was. You'd think, you might as well put an Arsenal shirt on the other day. Performance from him, I thought every decision of free kicks were like everything just went Arsenal's way. But yes, it is what it is. Arsenal. I hope Arsenal don't win the league. Perfect season for me would be Spurs staying up and Arsenal bottling the league. But I think Arsenal might win it now after that. Let's hope they don't, but I think they will. But to be honest, I don't really care about Arsenal at the moment. I just want Spurs to stay up, and I don't see that happening. Yeah, I know Hendrick was available for a loan mid, but would he have wanted to come? He sees us in the lead where we are. I doubt he'd want to come. To be honest, Spurs' best bet is just to get knocked out of the Champions League as soon as possible. I know it'll generate money, but we haven't got the squad at the moment to compete in the Premier League and the Champions League. I don't see us. I think we just need to get knocked out of the Premier League, or no, Champions League. Sorry, but it is what it is. Hopefully, yeah. So hopefully we do. We don't have too many games in that, and we concentrate on the Premier League. Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, Raven. Thanks for your support on the channel. If you're new here, can you give us a subscribe and a like, please? I'm trying to build the channel. I'm early on in it, so it'd be much appreciated if that's the case. And Raven, you have been very, very supportive. One of my first subscribers, so you're very, very supportive towards me, and I do appreciate that, mate. And I hope Man United have a good season, rest of the season. But yeah, I'm a bit worried about the rest of the season. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So I'm a bit worried, but we'll see how things go. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick live just to see if how things are going, just to get a feel of things. So I'm going to end it there. Just a quick one today. I was hoping some other people would comment, but obviously they're not at the moment. But if you could just give me a subscribe, and hopefully I'll do some more lives. It's just want to get the feel of it at the moment. But thanks, everyone. Take care, and come on, you Spurs.